Hello viewers, my name is Bhat Rafi. I am lecturer in zoology subject and my YouTube channel is Bhat Rafi's Lectures. You can share and subscribe to my channel. So today my topic is structural organization in animals. Structural organization in animals, animal tissues. Subtopic is the first epithelial tissue. You all know that in all the multicellular animal, the body is formed of several kinds of cells. In a simple multicellular organism like Hydra, thousands of cells are grouped to form different specialized cell types. Similarly, in complex body of human beings, very large number of cells are grouped to form about 200 different types of cells. 200 different types of cells. 200 different types of specialized cells. The cells of one or more kinds are arranged together in a characteristic manner and cooperate to perform specific role. Such a group is called a tissue. You all know that if you go for the levels of organization, there is two types of level, higher level, lower level. Lower level of organism means you all know that all the living beings are made up of cells. And living things are made up of cells. Non-living things are made up of atoms. And group of cells, they form a tissue. Group of cells, they form a tissue. There are different types of tissue: connective tissue, epithelial tissue, nervous tissue, muscular tissue. And when group of tissues, they form an organ. There are different organs in our body. Stomach is the organ, digestive, and heart is the organ, liver is the organ, gallbladder is the organ, pancreas is the organ. These are the organs of our body. When group of organs, they form an organ system. They form an organ system. Or there are different types of organ system in our body. First, you know the digestive system is the organ. Digestive system starts the esophagus, stomach, intestine, liver. These are the organ system. And the respiratory system is the organ system. Respiratory system contains this lungs. And the circulatory system is the organ system. And nervous system is the organ system. Excretory system is the organ system. Muscular system is the organ system. These are all the. When the organ system combines, when all the organ system combines, they form the organism. They form the individual. So this is the levels of organization. And this is the lower level. You all know that higher level means an organism combined to form the population, and population combined to form this community, and community combined they form the ecosystem and then biosystem. So here is the level, important is the level of organism: cell, tissue, organ system, organism. So first we go for the tissue. I already defined the tissue. Tissues are the group of cells. A group of cells similar in structure and function and origin is called a tissue. Or we define the tissue. Tissue may be defined as the group of one or more type of physically linked cells having a similar origin and specialized for a specific function and functions along with the intercellular material. You all know that animal body is divided into, animal body is made up of 4 different types of tissues. animal body is made up of four different types of tissue. First is the epithelial tissue, epithelium tissue. Second is the connective tissue, and third is the nervous tissue, and fifth is the muscular tissue. These are the human body, animal body is made up of four different types of tissue: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. So first we describe the epithelial tissue. What is meant by epithelial tissue? So we write here the epithelium tissue or epithelial tissue. You all know that epithelial tissue is a tissue composed of one or more layers covering internal and external surface of various body parts. This tissue has a free surface which faces either a body, fluid or the outside environment. The cells are compactly packed with a little intracellular matrix, and this epithelial tissue arises from all the primary germ layers: ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. If you go for the function of the epithelial tissue, function of the epithelial. First function of epithelial tissue is that first is the epithelial tissue protects the underlying tissues from mechanical injury, entry of germs, infection, harmful chemicals. This is the first function. And second is the epithelial lining of intestine, absorb digestive food. And third function of the epithelial tissue is it also helps in formation of gametes. It helps in the formation of the gametes. And the fourth function of the epithelial tissue is the epithelial lining of nephron in kidney help in the excretion. They help in that. And the function of the epithelial tissue is epithelial lining of the alveoli brings about exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between blood and the inhaler air. I will repeat this: the epithelial lining of the alveoli brings about the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the blood and inhaled air. And these are the functions of the epithelial tissue. There are two types of epithelial tissue. First is the simple epithelial tissue and the compound epithelial tissue. In epithelial tissue is of two types: simple epithelial tissue, compound epithelial tissue. If you go for the simple epithelial tissue, there are two types of simple and compound epithelial tissue. Simple epithelial is composed of single layer of cells and functions as a lining for body cavities, ducts and tubes. The compound epithelium consists of two or more cells, layers, and has the protective function as it does in our skin on the basis of structural modification of the cell. Simple tissue is further divided into four types. It is further divided into four types. First is squamous, and second is the covidal, and third is the columnar, and fourth is the ciliated epithelium. And first we define the squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium. The simple squamous epithelium, the epithelium consists of thin, flat, irregular disc-shaped cells which fit together closely like the tiles in the floor. If you go to the location, occurrence, where it occurs, where this tissue is located, epithelial tissue, this epithelial tissue forms the lining of the esophagus, mouth, nose, and are found in the walls of blood vessels and air sacs of lungs. Air sacs of lungs. If you go for functions of this type of epithelial tissue, squamous epithelial tissue, protection, excretion, gas exchange, and secretion of colonic fluid. These are the functions of this tissue. And second type of the simple epithelial tissue is the cuboidal epithelial tissue. This cuboidal epithelium is composed of single layer of cube-like cells. This is commonly found in the ducts of glands, tubular parts of the nephrons, in the kidneys, and its main function are the secretion and absorption. Its main function is the secretion and absorption. And now, third type of the simple epithelial tissue is the columnar epithelial tissue. This is a type of simple epithelial tissue. This columnar epithelial tissue. It is composed of single layer of tall and cylinder cells. Their nuclei are located at the base. Pre-surface may have microvilli. They are found in lining of the stomach, intestine, and help in the secretion and absorption. This is the and also it is simple columnar epithelium provides protection, secretion, and absorption. And another type is the ciliated epithelium. Ciliated epithelium. If the columnar or cuboidal cells bear cilia on their free surface, they are called the ciliated epithelium. Their function is to move particles or mucus in a specific direction over the epithelium. They are mainly present in the inner surface of hollow organs like bronchioles and trapezius. And I will repeat this epithelium consists of cuboidal or columnar cells that bear cilia on their free surfaces. This epithelium forms a lining of certain parts in the urinary tubules of the kidney and sperm ducts. If you go for function of the ciliated epithelium, the function of this ciliated epithelium is it provides protection as well as movement of mucus, urine, agus, and cerebrospinal fluid in a particular direction. These are the histology animal tissues, and first part is the animal epithelial tissue. I have described types of the epithelial tissue. So, dear students, in next video we will discuss the connective tissue. Thank you all.